So what for you was behind the move to the tight end position?
Okay, so I went through the first practice as a linebacker, and Coach Harbaugh comes up to me when I was working out, and he's like, "Hey, come see me in my office after this." So like the whole lift, I was just thinking like, you know, I didn't do anything wrong. Like what I do? So I was just like really curious. And so like later that night, he was finally back in his office, and like so I've been waiting this whole day, like thinking like what the heck. And so he calls me in, and he's like, "Come on in, have a seat." And so at that point, we already went through one practice as a linebacker, just in helmet. And he goes, the first thing he comes out, he's like, "I like your speed." And then he just starts naming these guys, like before he even said anything about playing tight end. Naming these guys in the NFL, and he's like, "I really think that I really recommend," is the word he used, that you make the switch to tight end and fullback, which would be an H-back, as he put it. And I right away, I was just like, my first reaction was a little shocked. Like, I was recruited by a linebacker by a bunch of different schools, and I loved the opportunity to play under Coach Durkin and his defense. But I knew like he was going somewhere with it, and I don't think his recommendation is that much of a recommendation. I think it's more of a, this is what we're gonna do, you know. So I said, "All right, I'm in. Let's go. Let's make it. Let's do be the best H-back that I can be and help contribute to this team in whatever way I can." And from that point in time, he called my dad, and my dad took it a little more shocked than he was. But ultimately, my dad was sold too. My dad was more excited probably than anybody, and so that was exciting having my family on board with the switch, because I mean it was a big transition for me at least. And so going in, I had to learn the offense, and really since high school, I haven't had to try to like learn an offensive playbook, and just like the mindset going into that was completely different for me at least. So after a while, I think I started getting in more and more, and practice started going faster, and the game started to slow down. And I worked from not being much of a tight end and H-back to being able to go in there, know what I'm doing, and make plays and help at least in my own way. And so looking forward to the fall, I plan on just continuing that, building every day, just building that brick, and eventually just making a house, making a fortress.
Have any of the other tight ends kind of taken you under their wing to kind of help you learn it all?
Jake Butt and Ian Bunting have helped me a lot. Jake is, as a lot of people probably mentioned in interviews, he's extremely knowledgeable about football and playing the position of tight end. So he was a great asset to me. Like if I had any questions, I'd go to him. And Ian was kind of in the same boat. He already had a semester learning tight end, but like for him to learn the new offense after he just got done learning that one, he was kind of in the same boat. Where like he had to relearn how to learn a specific offense, and it was a great opportunity for me and him just to kind of connect and bond, and so they were a great asset in that transition.